Let's do that. Because instead of storage... let's just make sure they never run out. Like, they can fire constantly. And it will never be a problem. Alright. Hey, thank you, Milton J. Thank you for the raid and welcome. We're just finishing up an incredibly laggy run of Riftbreaker. I've snapped this game well over my knee, and I'm just destroying everything. So, you're wondering what my, settings are? For this, oh, shoot. This costs a lot of steel. We are just flush out. Well, no more soup weapons for me, but that's okay. I think I'm fine. Everything at this point is just going to be silly. Any areas that are not well defended? Top right corner of this base, probably. Yeah, this base looks a little limited in terms of defenses. Oh, we're talking about my auto mod settings. They're mildly aggressive. I apologize. Every time I relax them, it summons porn bots. It's like they know.
Our base is bombarded by heavy hail.
Well, that's annoying. It's especially obnoxious as we are going into a enemy wave. Well, eat infinifier. Everything is lag. Eat bullets, cretins. Bullets and fire. Unfortunately, I have zero idea if anything is actually... oh, gosh. If anything's actually going to be able to get through. Oh, this minigun seems to just solve all problems. So how many seconds is it per frame? Because, like, it's got to be at least, like, a tenth of a second per frame. No, it's got to be less. It's got to be... it's worse than that. I'm just going to leave a nuke there. Sad thing is that might actually be better for my frame rate. I'm just gonna go over here. 6 seconds per 1 second on the clock. Cripes. Those poor doors cannot handle me. Alright, so it actually seems like the gun fort here that I cooked together is very much an effective strategy. Mostly. I think I sold the wall. I was trying to repair. I give up. I'm just gonna shoot in this general direction. Yeah, so it turns out hail is pretty bad. This should not surprise anybody. The game is chugging. What are we up to now? man. Yeah, I think we're solidly at like 1 FPS or like 2 FPS. How long will the hail last? I'm kind of curious. Whoo, boy.
Base is under attack.
I'm sure my base is under attack. I can do nothing about it. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a break. Well, we know it's not a memory leak, at least. Because as soon as I get to this menu... Yeah, it's just the fact that it cannot handle all of this stuff. Alright, well, I'm just gonna sit here. At some point, some enemies are gonna get close to me, and that's gonna be an issue, but... Well... Did I? No, I didn't get destroyed. That was my shield going. Well. How long did we think? Okay, I got 6 minutes left on the clock. How long do you think that's gonna take me? Is it gonna be half an hour? Gosh, I hope not. So I know me shooting at things makes it worse, but it'll clear the enemies out faster. I think. Hey! There's the missiles. They're less bad for my frame rate. The problem is, yeah, they just don't stop coming. I want to go help out that other area. I guess I probably should. That looks like kind of a critical mass. That could actually damage some things. Let's just leave some presents for them in the shape of many, many misses. And luckily, most of them are getting pretty hung up on the rocks. There's so many of them. Alright, both guns. Man, it's only been 20 seconds since I was asking how much longer do we think it's going to be. I mean, we are in epic slow-mo mode perpetually. Maybe once the hail is done, it won't be so bad, but gosh, please never blue hail. When does the hail end? I mean, it probably only lasts for like 2 minutes, but that's like 2 eternities.
Base is under attack.
Alright, let's go to the other one. Oh, right. You can't build anything during this segment. Like, I think blue hail straight up prevents you from building. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly fix everything. I think it's clearing up. I could be wrong. The enemies are certainly chilling out, at the very least. I think we're good. I'm seeing the frame rate recovering to... Alright, I think we're good. Alright, let's squander many resources here for a bit. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure everything that needs to be repaired... everything that needs to be repaired is within a repair bubble radius. But not everything. Let's just go madcap artillery up here. If this area gets attacked, it's going to just... it's just going to return fire. That's about all I can say. And that should be fine. I need to reinstall this. Yeah, the latest updates have improved things? Question mark? Alright, and I'm just gonna wiggle my mouse at everything. Because unfortunately that repair bubble isn't quite enough. And it's also one of those that, like, we straight up do not need to repair everything. But gosh, it's gonna bother the heck out of me. Oh, nope, we're good. Alright. Hey, thank you, Vladimir Ledoux, for the host as well. Ow. Sorry. Yesterday was squat day and I can barely move my legs. So if I want to shift around, it's torture. Anyway, we're taking bets on how long the final 4 minutes and 36 seconds this is going to last. I'm betting this is going to take another 15 minutes. Oh, right. But no, that's... I don't know when the Rift actually opens up now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if good is the correct word for this game right now. It's good enough. This is one of those games that I enjoy thoroughly. It desperately needs... it desperately needs some performance fixes. But I'm not gonna, like, begrudge the developers on that one too much. It's a very ambitious product, and to be honest, like, this is holding together way better than I was originally assuming it would, given how badly I am putting it through the ringer. Next time, I think what I'll do is make a bunch of small satellite bases, like one main base that is gunned all hell, and just a bunch of small satellite bases just to strip mine as much as possible, as fast as possible. The other thing is, this game is not out yet, and will not be out for a while. Gosh, I walked for like a full 2 seconds after I finished holding buttons down. That's great. It's a pretty fun game. Like the demo. How am I liking it? It's super solid. I mean, obviously, it's got a lot of problems, but a lot of that just boils down to it's in development and will be in development for at least another couple of months, probably. If they sold it right now, I'd say it's almost a complete product, except for the lag issues and a couple of missing bits. But, like, I'm a huge Satisfactory and Factorio fan. My biggest problem with them is they tend to be very lengthy and slow. And so, admittedly, this is going to be like a 4-hour run, but then I'm done, and I don't really feel like I need to stick around for like another run anytime soon. And I kind of wish Factorio and a couple, you know, Factorio and Satisfactory had an expedited mode, so I spent less time waiting for the resources to roll in and just... It's like, I don't want a creative mode, because that's too easy, but I don't want to have to spend forever in a day. Why am I just repairing everything? It's because all the HP is just going to bother me. That said, I love me a good lengthy run of Factorio. So I'm mildly... I'm not going to say hypocritical about this, but it's definitely one of those where it's like, it's a bit of both. If I tried any of the other games, like X-Morph, I did. I think I'm like one of the only... There've got to be more series on X-Morph. But I swear, when X-Morph Defense first came out, I was like one of the only people covering it. At least on the YouTube side of things. X-Morph. Haven't played it yet. X-Morph has probably the cheesiest pathing abuse I've ever seen in a tower defense game. You can make your enemies do just the silliest things in their attempt to get to your core, and it is so choice. It also looks really cool. Because they cook together, I think, their own, like, destruction, physics sandbox, whatever nonsense. And so, like, you can strategically shoot buildings to get them to fall over properly, to block certain paths. And it looked not, like, super authentic, but it looked pretty cool. And as far as, like, gameplay tactics goes, that was neat. Okay, so this definitely needs some firepower. Okay, and then I'm just gonna waggle my upgrade thing at everything. We'll just go from there. Might have to install to try it. Yep, it's pretty good. I'm usually pretty iffy on tower defense games. They tend to be kind of boring, but X-Morph did it well. And it also had you play as the bad guys, which is always kind of fun. Sort of. The humans were nuts. Probably best as a one-off, though, unless you really want to get sucked into it. I don't think it performed particularly well, but I'm also not sure how much you care about metrics. That's always something that sits in the back of my mind. It's like, how well is this series going to do? The answer is... It's also kind of a twin-stick shooter as much as a tower defense. And I didn't like that as much. I kind of wished it didn't have the ship. Like, if you didn't have to use the ship as much. I didn't necessarily mind it, but it just felt not as good as it could have been. Be forever stumped at how Mario Maker is so damn popular. I'm not particularly stumped by that. That one makes total sense. Nice mixture of nostalgia and, like, sheer quality. Mario Maker's good stuff. Let's see, do I even want to bother with these? Not really. I got some good towers just sitting around. At this point, I'm just doing pointless busy work waiting for the end so that the frame rate can die truly horribly. And we'll go from there. I'm not going to wipe out every creature on the map. I'm not even sure if this game is going to be able to handle that. Yeah, considering I focus on small unknown games, metrics is something you had to throw out the window a long time ago. Yeah, that's understandable. It's odd, actually. Because, like, those are some of the things that do the best on my channel, at least on the YouTube side of things. There's just a couple that are, like, just known enough that people don't give a shit about watching it for some reason, and I'm like, no, why? I don't think we need these to be upgraded. Let's see, how much do I need? Carbonium. Let's see. Anything else? There's like 2 or 3 dudes left in this area, and it's hilarious. Oh! You can actually even see on the map, there's something out there. It's interesting. There's also a green puddle down there that I don't think I can... Okay, I can just barely get to it. Let's go over to this one. Let's see if I can walk over. When I find a game that I think will do well, nothing. I'm sure one will watch. Those are huge. Can't wrap my head around it. Same. What's a good example? Actually, I guess my first breakout series that I ever did that, like, truly shotgunned me into some level of success. I had a number of these. But there was a game, Holy Potatoes Weapon Shop, back in 2004? 2005? Yeah, it's like a poison pool. That hurts. But yeah, it was like 2004, 2005. Came out, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play this because it looks kind of cute. And I think, like, Jesse Cox and Markiplier both played it. And effectively, like, I thought it was just kind of a cheap little throwaway game, and suddenly every single one of my episodes was getting, like, tens of thousands of views. It's like, what happened here? How does this even work? And so I just did it as a full series, and that pushed me way over what I was expecting, which was quite nice. I don't even know where I want to fight. I'll just kind of hang out here. Same thing with Fallout 4 Never Leave Sanctuary. That was just going to be like a one-off, like, 5-episode thing where I'm like, yup, can't do it. And then I made it work? "20 seconds left, and then this game is gonna..." I mean, it's already slowed to a crawl. Like, this is super bad. It didn't take as long as I thought. It took 13 minutes. Never mind. For the last 6 minutes. I guess that actually makes perfect sense. Alright. How much... Oh, hey. I could actually make a new weapon. Well, you know what? I feel like let's make the nuke. Okay, nuclear missile. I'm honestly not sure if there's anything... Because we don't need homing. Critical chance ain't gonna do us any good. So I think I'm just gonna do fire rate on the nukes. See, adding all to splash damage doesn't really help that much, because the splash damage is not a percentage bonus, which makes it considerably less good and less useful. Whereas rate of fire... Well... I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea. Oh, boy. I'm gonna switch back to the scattered missiles. I think those nukes are too much special effects. I want to say Kotaku did an article about Never Leave Sanctuary Run. They did. I think I found you from there somehow. That article was what inspired me to do Never Leave Sanctuary. I was just like, oh man, that would be kind of fun to do at some point. And then I did it. And it was actually super fun. I would love to do another run of that, actually. I just don't know how good the mods are for Fallout 4 anymore. And also after Fallout 76, I think everybody got kind of meh on the idea of a Fallout game. Okay. To some degree, I think we should actually sit back and watch my defenses handle some of this. Maybe? But really what we want to do is get the heck out of here immediately. Okay. I know they're spawning off camera. I just don't know what this is going to be like. Do we just let them go? And do we just wait? We go check out and go get some ice cream and hang out? Okay, I'll hang out here. Let's see how these do. Seem capable of doing too much damage. The massive amount of artillery towers seems to be the right choice. Have a good night, Vladimir. How did I take damage? Am I getting shot? I'm getting shot. You're shooting me over the walls. That's actually that's perfectly fine. Ugh. Minimap even tracks your shots. That seems a little unnecessary. Yeah, but it's cool. Alright, so this area is Dunsky. It looks like my artillery towers are actually shelling things coming from the south now, which is really cool. Let's go over here. I'll help if an area needs help, but surprisingly my defenses seem to be more than good enough. I had my concerns. I've apparently taken like a lot of damage somehow. But yeah, it looks like just getting a bunch of artillery towers to just absolutely mop the floor with anything and everything that's trying to come at you kind of solves all issues. Gosh, yeah, they really did just like kill everybody here. I was underestimating how well these things would do. Now, do we help them with the boss, or do we watch them fight the boss? Let's see how it does. It's just a satellite base. The one problem is if this falls, I'm gonna actually have to worry about defending this left side.
Base is under attack.
Well, they managed to destroy a wall. How could they?
A building has been destroyed.
Okay, I was wrong.
Base is under attack.
It does enough damage to actually destroy some things. I can ignore almost everything, but I can't ignore that.
Base is under attack.
Okay. Go back down over here. I think almost all of my sides are, like, totally fine. Let's take a look at the gun fort. Is doing perfectly fine. Oh. Go up here. This area actually has a shield generator.
Base is under attack.
This is just unfair. Just every single aspect of this. Not chill. Man, I remember. What is it? My flamer turrets are just firing off because they got nothing better to do. I remember the first time I played this, like, we lost our base immediately. I did not have nearly enough resources though. That was the main thing. But like it was bad. This isn't even like particularly good defenses. I kind of skimped on this area because it was almost never getting attacked, and I was like, I'll be fine. Let's check this area. Let's check the artillery. Super. Okay, we might actually run out of ammo. How are we doing on explosive tower ammo? Never mind. We've still got 600. Look at these things. Let's go bananas for a little while. Oh. Might as well make them a smidge bigger. Yeah, so they are doing a little bit of harm to the walls. Looks like the repair tower is actually doing enough. Maybe a second repair tower would more or less keep them going through all this assault. But yeah, minimal to no damage.
Base is under attack.
Well, this was easy. And we can go back over here, I guess. Mostly just waiting for that rift to charge. Unfortunately, it's like, survive the final attack, and it's like, I'm ready. I'm good. We are surviving this so handily right now. Hello! I will speed this along if I can. I'm noticing that this isn't nearly as laggy for some reason. Oh, really it was the blue ice that was just absolutely murdering the frame rate the last time. I was a little worried previously, but here we are. And now for whatever reason I'm really craving a... gosh. I don't even remember what the place was called. It was a fancy steak place in New York. that we went to a couple of times for Shell's grandmother's birthday, I think, or like celebrations. They had super nice steaks, but they had just like top tier salads and like bread. Yeah, the blue hail wouldn't be a problem unless you have a really big base. Yup. Oh, that's another boss. Man, the boss is really like harming this side. Well, let's see how it handles it. Chances are we're gonna have to intercede, though. Yeah, I'm noticing it's a little hitchier. Yeah, so I think the biggest problem is target acquisition, that they will not go for the boss first, even though the boss is absolutely the thing they need to kill. I don't know. I haven't eaten out in ages, and Shell and I would make it a habit of eating out once or twice a week, mainly just because it was nice, it was pleasant, it was a time for the two of us to not focus on work or phones or things going on. I think that's the thing that I miss most about normal life. Hey, objective finished. We're done. Well, that was trivial. I don't think we lost maybe a wall segment and the repair thing. I think as soon as I have a vaccine for coronavirus, I'm just absolutely going to eat out like 3 times a week for a little while. Assuming restaurants still exist. We might look into takeout. I think that's going to be the next thing I get into. I don't know why I'm thinking about that right now. I guess it's just all this meat lying around on the floor. Oh, that was freaking fun. Took way too long, but that's what happens when you cranked it up to absurd and just go nuts. The last 30 minutes of timer. The game was supposed to end 50 minutes ago, but it just extended that much longer because of lag. Oh, man. Alright, one way or another, no idea when Riftbreaker is going to be out, and I'll probably play it again fairly soon, maybe in a couple of months. Whenever they update some more. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.